So, Frank Zappa. I tried for years and years to become a Frank Zappa fan, and I like watching him in interviews, and he's an interesting guy. But just recently, I came to the conclusion that I hate Frank Zappa music.
Why is that?
It's unlistenable. It's just bad music.
But you like Treasure Mammal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you didn't pay me for this podcast.
Where did it? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Could I have this one?
Yeah. You know, money doesn't mean shit to me.
Damn it! Is it real?
This one's real. There's a couple of them. This one's real.
You know when you pay with the hundreds at a store and they're just like, and they show everyone.
You know when you're just like when you're a high school dropout, you never graduate high school and you end up working at the strip club. All you get is all you get is money thrown at you.
Must be nice.
You went from staying at your parents' sinking into the deep swamp of Babylon. But you're happy. You're happy. Oh, so that was all your Frank Zappa thing? So did you see the Mike Tyson fight? Oh my god, dude, what a bunch of old fuckers, dude.
It was a draw?
Slapping each other. It was so sick, dude. I posted, it was blaxploitation.
They built it up too high?
You take what you love in someone's culture, black culture, and you burn these fuckers out.
And Jake Paul was on it?
It reminded me of what they did to Basquiat. You kept feeding him drugs just for your happiness. Kept wanting to stretch him out, make him be that wild child in front of everybody over there in New York art scenes. What do they do? They dig up these old bums, these old boxing bums, and they throw them in the middle of the ring with a spotlight on them.
Isn't that what Andy Warhol did to people?
No, Andy Warhol had no... His hands are free, dude. Like, honestly, he's not an evil guy. If anybody died who was a saint, Andy Warhol was a saint.
Didn't he take, like has-beens and put them in the spotlight so people could laugh at them?
No? Like, what do you mean? Like...
He took, like, drug addicts and, like, 3 people, and he made them famous for, like, a week. And then when he couldn't use them as content anymore, he just stopped paying attention to them.
I don't think so. I mean, he just took random people off the street.
But that's why he was shot.
Because he hung out with fucking poor people.
Because he pissed someone off.
Saints usually do get shot. Saints, what happens is saints go down into the swamp with all the shit fucking all the godless people. There's so many godless fucking empty people in the world that are too afraid to commit suicide. And so they sit walking in circles in the urban shadows. In the sick urban shadows of any cosmopolitan city. Are you following here?
Yeah.
They're cowards. They can't kill themselves. So what they do is they chase some sick revenge, or they'll chase the drug. They live in a world of a cyclic animalistic revenge mechanism, and they will put anybody in between them and their achievement of their neurotic ends, which means murder. They will put somebody in between that. They're just psychotic people. But they will find a celebrity, they will find a politician, they will find anybody that they feel like they need to kill. And they'll put that person in between them and the other thing. Do you get what I'm saying here? So they put Andy Warhol there. They did Martin Luther King.
Warhol do. He took a basic item that you see every day.
Yeah.
And he just changed the color of it, but he put it 4 times.
He made it
and then it creates an emotional response.
He made you unwrap it.
Every color it's a different meaning.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he.
I wouldn't say different meaning, but it was a different thing to. It was something different than the other thing.
So what did he do to the street people?
Where are you getting this?
He took it off the street, the people, and he'd pretend to make them famous, or they were famous. But
name a street person. I don't know who you're talking about. I mean, I'm sure he used a lot of prostitutes, right?
Paul Morrissey.
Oh, he did?
No, I don't know.
He would have
prostitute people.
But he would have. But he would give them free night of stay. They could stay up in his little factory.
But then they thought they were great artists, and they were hanging out with like Bob Dylan and whoever.
They were hacks, so they were just drug addicts.
The artists just wanted to be around the street people.
Yeah.
It was like the beat writers.
And
it was like cool to be around street people, but the street people weren't good artists. They thought they were, but then when they realized they weren't, they
I don't think. But unlike these other sick fuckers like Hitler and Stalin, Andy Warhol wasn't manipulating him that way.
Yeah, he was.
He was just going along with his life. They happened to jump in there and think they were something.
He seeked them out.
Where you get who are you? Is this in a book or something? I don't know about
it's
this.
Common knowledge.
I don't know about this hate for Andy Warhol.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hate his art for it being like not art, but like him as a person, he was pretty much a saint.
No,
really?
No.
What history book are you reading, man? The guy was a saint.
I'll give you
He's the nicest man.
I'll give you citations next week.
Andy Warhol never told a lie either. He was about as honest as Abraham Lincoln.
He had scrambled eggs for brains.
He was a smart guy. He knew what was going on. He didn't come off. He came off as like someone who has scrambled brains, but he was completely aware.
He was just like this.
Everybody's.
He was just like this. Oh. Oh. The whole night. Oh. Oh. He never contributed anything to say.
When he did though, it was right on point. For example, he was at an interview and
he predicted
said,
TikTok.
He would say, "Why does your painting sell for so much?" And then he'd be like, I don't sell them. This other guy does. He gives me the money." Like he would say like, "Why did you do this?" And you're like, "No, that one. No, I don't believe I did that one. I do about 10% of the pieces you see. I have other people do them for me, and then I sign them. But even then, my mom signs half of them." He would say his mom signs half of them. He goes, "I taught my mom how to sign my paintings like me."
So there was a good he was a good businessman.
He was a reverse engineered.
In business, you'd be a genius if you did that. In art, people wouldn't respect you though. Why is there different standards? Why can't you just appreciate someone for being able to find the means and the ways and the means to mass produce art like that? There's a double standard for business and art.
Well, art's definitely something for stupid people. You know, on one level, art, every idiot can participate in art.
Anyone can draw a stick figure.
Anybody can listen. Anybody could look at a stick figure and say that's a stick figure.
Yeah.
But if someone were to show you some economic graphs,
but not everyone can sell a stick figure.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Like, a million people could look at a stick figure, though. In the sense of Trump, doesn't need to sell us anything. He just needs to be obnoxious.
Speaking of that, there's a good picture of Trump with Andy Warhol that I found.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
What's he doing? Is he shaking his hand?
He's like sitting on a horse or something.
With Andy? That's pretty tight. That's art, dude. Send that shit to me.
That should be the thumbnail to this.
Oh yeah, dude, that should be sick.
But
Trump and Andy, same person, bro.
Pretty much, because they used to go to Studio.
The difference between
they used to go to Studio 54 together.
I bet you they talked.
They had the same lawyer, Roy Cohen. Roy Cohen.
I bet you they enjoyed each other's presence.
that could be our new angle of our...
What do you think if Trump and Andy Warhol had a podcast?
I'd listen.
That'd be pretty crazy, right?
That should be our new angle of the podcast. Not dating gossip, where art and business, at the intersection of art and business. Abe Zuka podcast.
Supposedly Trump, there's a book to Trump poetry, but I think it's bullshit. I don't think he wrote any of those poems.
What do you think of my idea?
What was your idea?
Our podcast angle isn't dating gossip podcast. It's the intersection of art and business.
I think we should have a shirt. It should say Abe. It should say Abe. No, Zuka Klug.
Business
art, dating, real estate.
Yeah.
On a shirt. You know how they do those black shirts with the thing? Dude, that's gonna be my shirt. Oh, with the horse? That's all they got?
There's other...
Was this at a horse race?
It was like at Studio 54, you know how they did weird stuff there?
This is in Warhol's definitely later age. That was right before he died.
He died in the 90s? Or in the 80s?
Late 80s, I think. Or 90s. I think he died in 91.
They were together a lot.
Oh, that's his wife. That was his crazy ass. That was Trump's crazy bitch wife. That Russian woman. He loved them Russian women. I'm surprised. I think Trump was more of a De Niro type of guy, if you ask me.
But they didn't like each other.
Robert De Niro and him?
Yeah.
But they both dated the same black girls, I think. When did Warhol die?
Google, when did Warhol die? Google, listen to me.
87. He died in 87.
How do you get Google to listen to you?
So, I don't know, you gotta upgrade your phone.
Google, listen. It's too late now. What's the point of art? To create moments.
Say what? I think people need to start. I've noticed people's grammar is really good on Facebook. Their grammar. Like, they make a lot of sense.
Are those old shoes?
Yeah, they're pretty old. Why?
They look cool.
I bought these a year ago.
Oh.
During a Black Friday sale, actually.
I thought they were from the 80s.
This was Black Friday of 2019, actually. No joke. I bought these suckers for like $30.
What about Zuka Tuesdays?
Shit. I'm selling all my homeless clothes this first Friday. You want to come down to the gallery? I'll have laundry baskets full of my fucking piece of shit clothing.
That's what Alice Cooper does.
He does. Just bargain bins and his fucking reptilian fucking bell bottoms. Does he do that? Alice Cooper, does he wear bell bottoms still?
I don't like how you call him a reptile.
No, I mean the pants. What his pants are made out of, they're made out of reptilian scales. Doesn't he wear that shit? Like alligator?
You know what that family reminds me of? Married with Children. The Married with Children family.
Yeah, where's... That's fucking stupid, dude. First off, there's like an extra kid there. And there... If you were to ask me what that family might remind me of...
Oh, there's no mother.
In 10 years, they could be Family Ties.
Oh.
With Michael J. Fox as a Republican.
Yeah.
You remember he was a hardcore Republican?
Yeah.
And I thought it was refreshing, some of his views. When I watch the show now, I'm like, Michael J. Fox was pretty much on point. I think he got that disease because he was Republican. Karma. That's what the leftists are saying. when he played that part about fucking not giving money to the poor, having them work harder. That's all he talked about. He's like, homeless people? Talk about get a job.
You remember in the 80s and the 90s you couldn't make fun of Christopher Reeve?
Yeah.
But now you can't make fun of Michael J. Fox. He's the new Christopher Reeve.
Dude, I saw one. There's this photo going around, no joke. No, you can, because I'll tell you which one I saw. There's a photo of Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox together when they were younger. Before they were like completely full blown. You know, full blown. And so the picture, it's a black and white photo and it's signed. Like really nice by both of them. And then there's this other photo of them when they're older, together in a photo, and they go, I got this signed. And it's like a kid just fucking scribbled all over.
Not funny.
Do you know what's funny about it?
Not funny.
You know, but Eli, context, dude. You think I'm actually laughing at people that have like a nerve disorder? Do you think I'm really laughing at that tragedy?
No.
I could not ever laugh at that. I feel it at times. I think I'm probably gonna. I feel like God is waiting to give me the most tragic, sick, fucking long, dragged out hell.
What happens if he doesn't?
Oh, then it'd just be like, whatever, thanks. You didn't give me shit. You don't exist. You really don't exist.
Did you ever get a first watch?
Yeah. Talk about fucking Denny's breakfast with a fucking extra $3 charge.
More like third watch in the toilet.
First watch. More like deuce, drop the deuce watch.
Deuce drop.
Yo, first watch, I remember the first time I ate at First Watch. I was like, tastes just like Denny's, but it's like more expensive.
It's artisanal.
There's no one behind First Watch. Matter of fact, if First Watch wants to, then you could take my advice. Dan Marley just got fired from GCU as a basketball coach. You can get Dan Marley to do a commercial for First Watch. And you just might pull yourself out of that fucking hole.
What about Marley's?
Is that still around?
Yeah.
Dude, true story, guess what? A year and a half ago, I sold a Dan Marley painting. Did a painting of Dan Marley, right? This woman hits me up. And she's like, Dan Marley's my fiance. And I want to buy that painting for his birthday. And I was like, whoa. Okay, how much is it? And I'm not going to tell you how much it was. Because I charged her appropriate for, you know. That's how close she is to Dan Marley. Like, I had to charge her.
I think you said this story before.
On a podcast?
Yeah.
Fucking lame.
Is this accurate for artist pricing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Say your painting's worth $3.
Okay.
When you put in the gallery, you put $10,000. Not expecting anyone to pay it.
Someone does?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that most artists do that?
Yeah, so like, you want me to give you so if anybody's listening still on this podcast, this is how it works.
Is that okay that I brought that up?
No, it's fine. If you see a painting out in public and you don't know the artist, whatever that price is bullshit, okay? All you gotta do, just like in music, you know, during the time of the show, you can't get a hold of those artists. They come in, they do their show and they leave. They go back to their hotel and they leave, right? But guess what? If you hit them on an off day when they're not on tour and they're fucking bumming around LA, you get shit like half off, almost free.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with painters. So, if you see a painting in a nice gallery in Scottsdale and it's worth $10,000, you could find out how to get a hold of that artist in a personal way, just his direct line, and you say, hey, man, it was like a year ago I saw a painting. Man, I really like it. How much is it? I guarantee you, he'll give you a price that's half that, and then you say, God, and then you hit him back with half that cost.
Well, Wow.
So now you're getting 75% off the original cost that's inside the gallery.
Why are you telling them that secret?
Because I've done it. That's how I sell paintings. And I'm surprised I found out how shitty it is. I've sold paintings under other people's, my painting, and they're trying to take 50%. I have to go there and say like, yeah, can I change out the painting? I just I think I'm gonna give it to my dad.
So you undercutted the gallery?
Yeah, but it's sold. It's sold. I just gotta sell it now, without them knowing.
You know what? That's like eBay. Because if you could sell it outside of eBay, they won't take the cut and you make more.
How about this? My only war is against these fucking people that are taking money and they didn't do anything. So they take my painting. You think you deserve 30%? For what? What do you get 30% for? It was on your wall. It was on your wall. You're gonna take 30%.
They think they painted it.
So that's why at this time, Joebot, I'm talking to you. You're good in my book. You're good in my book, Joebot.
How much do they take from you?
0.
Wow.
What does that mean? They got solidarity. Guess what?
That's nice.
If they want me to smash another business, they want me to go in there and throw bricks through their window, I have to do that now. That's just the oath I have with certain businesses. If Carly's wants me to do something, Carly's never took any cut.
That's nice.
So Carly's Joebot, guess what? If there's any competing businesses, I'm putting this out there right here on this podcast.
Who took worst?
First fair trade coffee takes like 50%.
They're talking shit about them right now. The 86ers.
Lost Sleeve never took anything. You're good in my book.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of these other guys.
What's the best gallery? If you get like a show there, your stuff's gonna sell no matter what.
I can't guarantee you that.
It doesn't exist.
Not anymore. If you were to tell me what was my best experience of showing in a restaurant,
The Paper Heart.
no. Back in the day, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I showed at Lola's Coffee. Lola on Roosevelt.
Yeah. I used to go there.
This great lady, Kathleen, I think her name was, right? She gave me a First Friday show there. I had a DJ. I got my buddy a DJ. And, man, she brought out 5 bottles of wine, giant cheese and meat platters. You know, it's uncalled for, what do you call that? Just being nice, you know? And I'll never forget that. I've done shows, you wanna know a bullshit place to show art? Fucking Clarendon Hotel. Fuck that place.
No one goes there.
No one goes there anymore. Back in the day when people were going there, they would not help artists out at all.
I lived behind there 15 years ago. I lived in that neighborhood.
I remember you telling me.
That old-timey neighborhood. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I lived there about a year. 6 months or a year.
What would you call that area?
It's like this old neighborhood for 2 blocks. And they won't tear anything down. I don't know the official title of that.
I'm thinking we need to do more photos with cigarettes.
Oh yeah, that works for that podcast.
They saw us smoking cigarettes, they knew we meant business.
24. Now what? We end it?
Yeah, we can end it. I don't fucking care.
I just don't want it to go too long.
That's fine. You gotta work tomorrow.
I don't work anymore.
Tell me about... Was David Kucinich a Republican?
No.
What was he? He was a Democrat?
He's like Bernie Sanders.
Oh, he was a socialist?
Yeah.
You know what I heard about socialists?
He always ran for president back in the day.
Really? I like that last name. That should have been a brand.
I met him.
What was his deal?
He went to ASU and we filmed him.
What was your most memorable What was your most memorable experience
About?
with Dennis Kucinich?
I thought the people who support him were fucking idiots back then.
Let's unpack that. That's what they say in podcasts now. Let's unpack that. That's their what made them idiots? Did they not use deodorant because they had mercury in it?
And then they supported someone who didn't have a chance of winning.
Which was him?
Yeah.
But why did they support him?
Because he had crazy hippie beliefs.
He was against cars, automobiles, and stuff
like that, yeah.
He was like a Ralph Nader.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think Nader's a pretty badass last name.
Nader?
Ralph Nader, Darth Vader. Crossfader.
I guess he didn't have a chance either. What a buzzkill, Ralph Nader.
I think he dated Oprah. Serious.
Didn't Stedman do that?
Ralph Steadman and Ralph Nader.
It'd be cool if you had like a blue light right here.
Like a neon light?
Just a blue light to go against the red.
I think I'm not liking where that light's at now. I liked it when it was just hanging
Could you make that light blue?
I don't like when lights shine in my... I don't like when lights shine on my parade.
I feel like I'm in an internet cafe.
All dark? You feel like you're feeling like you're at that... You know that one spot on Central? It's called Grand Cafe... What is it called?
Oh.
That 24-hour coffee shop?
Yeah, I never went there. I only went there when it was that bar.
If you know how to work Germany and those dating sites, those fuck apps, those fuck apps, that's where you meet them up.
At Grand?
And then you go get a hotel after that.
You go to the San Carlos?
Yeah, you can go to San Carlos, but like really, I'm telling you the truth. Like, so you get on those fuck apps, and then you meet up. You say, let's meet up at the 24-hour coffee shop because it's a safe space. So you meet up there, and if the person just looks ugly and is just a liar, you don't go to second base, which is home base. So first base is the coffee shop, right? Second base, which is home base, is the hotel. And people are doing it like they block up their bikes. That's how many people are doing it. People are doing it.
I thought that was a gay bar.
No, it's a 24-hour coffee shop.
Amsterdam's.
Oh, it was. It was back in the day. It totally was back in the day. They'd come from all over the place, and where
that was the craziest bar downtown.
All the guys dressed like Mark Anthony. The guy Jennifer Lopez had.
They all dressed like Ben Affleck.
No, more like a. You don't like that beer?
Oh, it's a Negra.
It's too. And I love that word. Negra is totally different than
Oh no!
Don't you think?
No, don't.
Negra.
Don't.
Really? How come?
I don't want to be around you right now.
I'm not even going there.
You're about to get me in trouble.
I've never said the N-word on a podcast, so. How much extra do you think they spend a year just putting the foil around the top of these beers?
What does that do?
It costs more.
Sorry, I censored you.
It's all right.
I just don't want people to take that clip out of context.
Do you think they would ever cancel this beer?
Yes.
It's Mexican though. It's POC. It's still POC.
Modelo?
Yeah, POC means people of color. So if you're Latin, that's just part of that's just part of the language. Like that means black in Spanish.
Yeah. Oh.
So it's all. That's what people forget. They try to cancel me. I'm like, do you know about context? Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
Do you know about time and place? So when someone tries to cancel me because of a podcast, I'm kind of like, do you know about time and place? This was on a podcast, right? I don't think anybody. I think people shouldn't be happy. That's what I'm gonna run as the next politician. What do you think? You think I'll get pretty far?
You have to have a hot angle. I have a new angle.
Go shoot.
People should not go to bars as long as people are dying in hospitals due to COVID.
I think
that's going to get me elected.
I just don't get why they're legalizing marijuana when people are dying in hospitals. When people smoke weed, they just do silly things like when people smoke weed. Can I tell you? I'll do one. You do one. Ready? And it's a game. When people smoke weed, they buy Jack in the Box late at night. Mm-hmm. You go. When people smoke weed.
When people smoke weed, they go to eat some pizza.
When people smoke weed, they watch a Netflix show that they wouldn't watch when they're not on weed.
When people smoke weed, they watch Adult Swim.
I watch Adult Swim sober. When people smoke weed, they pretty much they play video games. I mean, just stop. People are dying in hospitals. This isn't time for you to escape. This is time for you to like tie your shoes a little tighter. You know what I mean? Put your socks on. Don't wear your dress. Shave.
But what was that? That was mine.
I already don't like where this podcast is going. Fucking sick of it. Go one. I went in there. I gave him my ID. He put a couple guns in my hand. He could tell, like, the way I grabbed it, that I shouldn't have a gun.
Damn it.
Like, when I grabbed that M&P, it's like a Glock brand. I held that handle so hard, and I put my finger through that hole where the trigger was, and I held that thing. And I held it up like this. But because I know I'm not supposed to point at anybody. Like that. I'm not supposed to point at anybody. But I held that gun.
Why do you have this one here?
That's just for protection.
How do you hold it?
Like this.
Wait, like this?
Yeah, you can hold it like that. That's fine. Just as long as it's on safety. Is it on safety?
I'm crazy. I'm fucking crazy.
Dude, if you did a TikTok with the gun pointed to your head...
They should have a gun.
Why is it, just out of curiosity, the mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million that we believe in law and order, but you don't.
So you're telling me I can't put this in my butt?
About the top four.
Wait, what was that? What was I tell you that was so awesome? And you go, well, you could probably fit in your butt. What was that? Recently.
If you buy something and you don't know if it's worth it,
if it feels good in your butt, it's good.
Just think. Can I ask two questions?
Two questions, yeah.
Can I put this in my butt? And the second question is, if I put it in my butt, will it feel good? Buy it if it's yes on both.
What if this is a yes on one?
No.
No, it's no, right? You gotta have yes on both, right?
Well, if you can't...
What was I telling you on the phone? I said, this shit's awesome. This is I'm fucking happy. I'm finally happy.
Ginsburg? Faded Ginsburg? That didn't hit.
It didn't hit, huh?
I knew it wouldn't.
You did? What? Like, what? Tell me more. Like, how come my comedy sucks?
Ah! Why is that funny?
No, why isn't it funny? I mean, how'd you know? What? Tell me, like be a college professor. Like, give me a C. Or what grade do you think I
got
I think I deserved a B.
I got a new killer joke, but I can't tell on the podcast. I have to whisper it to you.
What is it?
Can you mute it?
It's tough.
It's alright. Okay.
I'll have to do it through editing.
Alright.
How about you tell me parts and mute the part that's funny? Tell the joke, but mute the part that's funny. Oh, you're gonna whisper it to me?
Weed's gonna be legal.
Yeah.
I got a new product I'm gonna sell.
What's that?
It's like peanuts.
Peanut?
Wait.
That's good.
I can't let them know.
Yeah, you better keep that secret, because they're gonna steal that.
Did that show up, do you think, on the mic?
No. We were pretty far away.
I'm actually...
I swear, you know, that was already a joke you've done.
Yeah,
you're turning a joke into a product. That's the future.
But imagine if...
Brand your jokes.
Yep, imagine if you saw that, like, you're hungry, and then you saw that and it makes you laugh, you're gonna buy that.
What's your view on socialism? Like, what do you think about giving people stuff for free?
It's just like a...
You gotta do it, huh? Either that or you kill them, right?
I don't know what socialism is.
It's giving people shit for free.
I know, but people always talk about it, but... It's just like a fantasy thing. I don't think, it doesn't... It's never gonna happen. It doesn't happen. So you can say it as a fantasy, but it won't mean anything at the end of the day. It's never going to happen, socialism.
You're right. It's just a word.
It's just like a fantasy thing.
It's...
Yeah, I know what socialism means.
Do you think everything's kind of like how parents... Do you think everything is found within the design of how parents treat children? Like, there's some parents that'd be like, the kid will be like, Mom, I want this. Mom, I want this. Mom, I want this. And then they're like, no, you suck at school. You're a fucking idiot. You don't read books. You're not interested in anything. You just watch some damn TikTok videos all fucking day. You think I'm gonna give you fucking allowance? You follow here?
No.
The world is a child. The rich are parents. The bank is a parent. A parent. Not a parent. A parent. An adult, okay? So I'm saying within the parent structure, okay, within the family structure, that's all that exists. Outside, it's just bigger forms of parent and child relationships. You don't think so?
I don't know.
The world is nothing but a parent and child. There is nothing else.
The bank's the parent?
Yeah, the person that holds the wallet with all the money in it is the parent, obviously. They're the one who pillaged and raped and, took and, not raped. I didn't mean to say that. Just took stuff.
What about your credit score?
That's called capitalism.
That's a report card?
Credit score is about capitalism. That's allowance. I said, hey, Eli, as your dad, if you mow the lawn, I will increase your credit.
That's your trust with
your parent.
If you have a high credit score, you can do things easier.
But you have to work for it. You don't get it for free.
Why?
And you can't fuck it up. People fuck up their credit scores all the time. A lot of people get credit and they fuck it up. Do you think they deserve another chance?
If they wait 10 years?
I don't even think they should get 10 years. I think they should just be thrown... I threw this at my son. This is my theory. Each person born when they turn 18 gets $100,000. $100,000. That ain't nothing for some people, but that's enough for some people. I give you $100,000. Guess what? All you got to do is figure out how to make that $100,000 make more money for you.
But people are just gonna live off of it, and they're like,
If they do, and when it runs out, they get no more money.
but then they don't know how to make money, and they're gonna be homeless.
Well, then I also have the other clause. It's called a euthanasia. They just walk into this. It's like the Sneetches. You know when the Sneetches walked into that thing, and they got a star on the other end.
Yeah.
They don't come out on the other end. They just get really high.
It's like a pig at a slaughterhouse.
No, it's like Burning Man, that lasts forever.
How do they do it? There's like a metal rod that just goes.
No, dude. They just get high. They have a giant sex orgy, and then they don't ever recover from it. That's what they wanted the whole time. That's what they wanted from day one. When I gave them that $100,000, Eli, all they thought about was the orgy. That's why the $100,000 burned out. Like, as the parent, I gave them $100,000. They didn't know how to work. They didn't know how to use it to work.
They used it for pleasure.
They used it for pleasure, and guess what? I'm gonna give them the ultimate pleasure. It's called death orgasm. You think I could sell this?
Yeah.
Really? It'd be a scary thing if I started selling this.
You need investors.
Like, where you could just... That's what drug addicts chase when they finally overdose. That's what happens.
The ultimate pleasure.
Yeah, it's called, what do they call it? They call it death. Death is the big orgasm.
What's the greatest thing you've ever experienced in your life?
Q-tip in my ear, not too deep though.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the right distance.
And you had to wait a month and not clean your ear for a month?
Yeah, there's nothing like scraping, shoveling out wax when you choose not to clean your ears for a
I
while.
agree.
Oh, you know how to do it right as an adult? You go above, and then you scrape down the lower canal.
Do you know what I like doing?
What?
If your nose is dry and you have like the most dry boogers, it feels so good to take them out of your nose.
I love a booger that's like a muffin. You know what a muffin's like? You know the top of a muffin's hard, and in the middle it's kind of gooey. That's a perfect muffin, right? That's why I think a perfect booger is.
What?
A perfect booger gives you just enough leverage on the hard part that you could just you just pry it gently and then you pull it, and it has a nice snot root to it. There is nothing like that booger.
You know what the greatest thing about when I filmed that movie was?
Picking boogers?
It was so dry in Oracle, and like every time I picked my nose, I had an awesome booger.
And the director's like, action. Eli, just pick your nose like you just did. Just do it like it was real.
I had the best boogers in Oracle.
You guys wiped it on walls and compared it?
Bathrooms.
I used to, when I was in high school,
That's why I think people move there.
to pick boogers.
It's because you get such good boogers.
Oh, Oracle, why you got to be so Oracle? Oracle, more like Horacle.
Why?
All the chicks.
Yeah. You're sort of right.
All the meth heads. All the meth chicks.
They're not meth there.
There's no meth in Oracle?
They're really rich.
Oh, really? So, do they have hot springs there?
Yeah.
What do Oracle girls do for fun? They just masturbate on webcams?
They go to Tucson.
Oh, they go to Tucson and party?
Yeah.
How far is Tucson from Oracle? Like 40 minutes?
30 minutes.
Oh, serious? It's just out there, huh? I went to a silent retreat over there by Tucson. I don't think it was called Oracle. What's another city out there?
Oro Valley.
You got to go through Tucson. Go about 30 minutes.
I didn't go past Tucson.
Oh, Oracle's right before
Bisbee.
Tucson? That's where Oracle's at, in Bisbee?
Bisbee's past Tucson.
Oh yeah, big time. We're gonna do a podcast out there.
No.
It's gonna be the best podcast.
Can we just
ever.
go there and then leave?
Yeah, we're just gonna go there for a night.
He's not going to be there for the whole trip.
No, we're gonna go down a giant rabbit hole, dude. You're gonna come back a different person.
Wait, where?
He lives there. He's been living in Bisbee. You might even go meet up our buddy Doug Stanhope. He's a guy you don't even want to stay like an hour.
Mike Montoya lives there.
Who's that? Is he a comedian?
He's from Fatigo.
So we could hit.
Did you ever hear that band?
So we can get 3 podcasts down there.
Did you hear that band?
I heard about it. Yeah. Never heard their song. I was peeping Treasure Mammal. I was thinking about making this a Treasure Mammal podcast.
Oh, that'd be cool. His album's coming out.
Alright. Podcast. The beginning of the podcast started now.
Abe and Abe.
Treasure Mammal podcast.
Together at last.
Album review.
Do you have it in there?
No. But they don't. They can just. We don't want to take their views from them. If you want to check their new album out, it's on YouTube. All of it.
Grammy nominated.
That whole album is bonkers. They are... Okay, here we go. Ready? So my review of Treasure Mammal is... I think they're the future.
Yes, they are.
And I know they don't even use the word future in any of their music.
Do you know who's on his last album?
What?
Wayne Cohen of the Flaming Lips.
Holy shit, they're big time.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he was on a song with Miley Cyrus.
Holy shit. So
on the Beatles tribute album with the Flaming Lips.
They're kind of doing that hip hop thing, huh? Getting like people like featuring on their songs.
Yeah.
That's totally the best thing hip hop ever brought to music.
Yeah.
Was like, hey, we could get
every
twice as many.
Every day you take, every night you make, I'll be watching. You're cold as ice. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so I was listening to their album because I loved how
Grammy nominated.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm on the same wavelength of they're. It's called thrift store genre. That's what they are. They're thrift store music. It's thrift store music. Not. You wouldn't buy. What I'm trying to say is you wouldn't buy their song in a thrift store.
Like what's his name?
You wouldn't buy their album in a thrift store.
Like Herb Albert.
Who's Herb Albert?
And he was like instrumental in the '60s. He was an instrumental artist, not instrumental, but like he just did instruments, no lyrics.
What I'm trying to say is, by them being a thrift store genre, is that they get all their inspiration to make their
oh yeah, because
from the thrift store.
He goes to the bins every day.
He gets the imagery, the idea that he used the word Grammy nominated, and then his prior album was I'll cut you with my right around a thrift store or in a drive-through at a Jack in the Box.
Okay, I'll buy that.
So
I'll buy that premise.
So also, I noticed the recording is very lo-fi, on purpose.
Yeah.
It gives it a thrift store sample vibe.
Play online dating. Online dating. Oh, you have to do that?
I'll do it. Zach did. This is dedicated to Zach because he showed me how to do this.
Zach attack. Zach, come back, Zach.
What song you want to play?
Grammy nominated. Is that it?
No.
Maybe.
Personally, I was really enjoying this one.
Just like me.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wanna fill you up with my favorite drinks. My new Red Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Polar Pop. You're my favorite thing.
Was that good?
I'm trying to figure out did Robbie okay them to take his Polar Pop idea?
He worked for them before.
Oh, is that where you got the Polar Pop idea?
I don't know.
So they're all together. We got
He did visuals for him.
We got a family.
Yeah.
There's a family going on.
You could be the
That
first
seems
one.
way better to put it than in your pants.
It's podcast bedtime. No, just kidding.
Hey, seriously, why don't you think you followed in your parents' footsteps? Like what like it's you're old enough now to like be honest with yourself.
I wasn't happy.
You weren't happy? But that just sounds like immaturity. What is happiness? It doesn't even exist.
I got depressed when I tried living like that.
But Eli, what does that mean?
I don't get depressed anymore.
But what are you really?
Yeah.
Okay, then I can't argue with you.
When I tried doing all that stuff, I always got depressed.
Really? What was it? The responsibility, the stress.
I like waking up and not knowing what I'm going to do in the day.
So, you wanted to be a stoner. Like you could. Why couldn't you just tell your parents, "I just want to be a stoner"?
I don't like smoking weed though.
No, I know. What makes you think a stoner has to smoke weed? That's totally a stoner. Like he thinks a stoner doesn't wake up in the morning and wait for someone to give him a bowl of cereal. That's a stoner. Or the only thing that gets him up is to get a bowl of cereal.
That's accurate.
And I was like,
Is that what you
there's
do?
more to life. There's more to life than just that fucking shitty bowl of fucking general what is it, General Meals?
Like what? What else do you need?
A girl that doesn't like you and you work really hard to have her like you. All you're supposed to be put on this earth for.
Why not just get another stoner girl who doesn't wake up?
All you're put on this earth for is to hunt, is to chase after a stuck-up bitch. That's all you're here for. If you're a heterosexual. If you're not, if you're a homosexual, you're supposed to chase after a stuck-up bitch. A male version of that. The end.
Why?
What else do you want? You just want like a prostitution sex?
Why don't you just like be around someone who like you're cool with them and they're cool with you and there's no expectations?
I'll tell you why.
Just so you don't get lonely.
Oh, you mean, then why don't you just get a fucking pet? Get your ass a nice dog and walk him every morning. That's what I'm doing right now. I got this dog.
Because you can't have sex with a pet.
You can cuddle with him. You don't need to fucking ejaculate. What? You know what? Ejaculation's just disgusting.
What happens to someone like you don't have any expectations or anything,
Then cuddle with him.
but you just have sex with them and then you live in the same house, but then you don't do anything. But you don't put,
Sooner or later, she's gonna leave, dude.
you don't put pressure on each other.
Sooner or later, she'll leave.
Why?
You're just like, it's kind of like eating fucking microwave meals. Like how many days a week can you eat a hot pocket?
But wait, I don't understand the analogy.
Well, it's this, okay? If you're seeing she's in this room, and you guys pass the hall, and she's like, she gives you the look, and then I don't know, you go through the motions. You know, you sooner or later you'll find the motions. Even if she isn't into kinky shit, it's still a ritual. So maybe she likes bondage stuff. Maybe she just likes missionary position. I mean, everybody who has sex disgustingly finds a routine in sex. So when
The stuck-up person.
because they never want to have sex, you keep chasing them, and then there's times when you do have sex. That's awesome. Wow. You get old enough and you're like, I'm just exhausted. I can't chase after this stuck-up bitch anymore, and you finally settle down with somebody and have children. Is this profane to people?
Isn't that in high school? You're like, I'm gonna marry supermodel, and no one ever and like
Do what you gotta do. Okay,
and then
in high school.
and then no one ever marries a supermodel, and then they just settle for what they can get. Right?
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. In high school, you find a girl right before you go, she could be a supermodel. Okay. You find this girl in high school, she could be a supermodel. Right? You follow me here? And you're a real nice guy to her. Because she doesn't know any better. She just has zero experiences. And you happen to be just wild at the time to be like, I'm going to do everything I can to make this girl's life even more easier than it already is. Meaning, I'm going to take her, I'm going to surprise her with Dairy Queen. I'm just gonna pick her up randomly and take her to work. Pick her and wait for her in the off work. Well, high school. You're gonna go see Britney Spears in them. You're gonna see movies.
Did that actually happen to you?
Yeah, I'm just playing. I'm just a little bit here and there. You're gonna do all sorts of cool stuff. Actually, you're not gonna change the radio station at all. You're gonna let songs play all the way through. Because I used to love changing the radio. I used to just channel surf on the radio all the time.
Me too.
But girls don't like that. They just rather you just play 92 and Power 92. Just play Power 92 and everything's okay.
Yeah.
But I'm talking. If anybody needs to be talking about in the 90s, okay? So you millennials, I'm an old millennial.
So basically, you were like, I want all the different. I want to get a little wavelength here. I want to get that. I want to get that.
This ain't good. This ain't good.
But then the girl,
that's good.
But then the girl's just like, I want that.
Just play the song that everybody listens to. Which at that time was probably Bone Thugs and Harmony and shit.
Oh.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'll take you to the crossroads, so you won't be lonely. Are you gonna TikTok that song now?
Oh, dude, that's what you gotta do. That's why you're here right now for this podcast. You're here. Are you listening? You're here because you told me that great joke. The CBD joke.
Yeah.
And you're also here because you're going to do a TikTok with Bone Thugs and Harmony song.
Oh, shit.
And it's going to go viral, bro. You know it's going to be. You're going to be the first one that's doing it, and everybody's going to start doing Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Did they already do it?
No, they haven't done it yet. What's your favorite Bone Thug song?
The one the horse one?
The horse one? How do you do that one? I know Crossroads was huge.
I'm going to be... It's a long intro.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I got a bomb it on, but digga bugger.
Okay, so if I were to sum up Bone Thugs and Harmony, it's like.
Got a bada ding dong. I got a ding dong.
I'm surprised they haven't been picked up by country stars. I think Billy Ray Cyrus could have fucking blasted that shit. What was that song you did with that other dude?
Tick Road.
Yeah, he could have done a Bone Thugs. At least Garth Brooks could have hit up on that shit.
He's too big
How
now.
come Garth Brooks didn't go hip hop?
He's too big.
Fuck Garth Brooks.
He tried doing that one thing.
Hey, I just let you know I haven't drank. I haven't drank in a long time. I'm telling you, it's been a while.
That's why you picked the racist beer?
No, my poor was coughing up blood down the street, and he said, I can't drink for a year. So he gave me his beer. True story. He said he burnt some crazy wood.
Wait, back up.
He said he came home.
So why can't you drink for a year?
What? Why can't you drink for a year?
Why can't you?
I can. He can't. That's why I got the beer.
Oh, you got it free.
I didn't. Yeah, I got it free. This is free beer.
I see. Okay.
So I'm not racist at all. I would never buy that beer because that name, it's disgusting. I would never buy that. I get the other stuff. The stuff that's not that stuff.
El Blanco? Do you know what Blanco means? White.
Blanco means...
White.
N, blah, n, blah. You know, when you think about how languages first started, they started phonetically. So you're like, what makes n, the
Hey.
No, I'm trying to.
No.
Dude, I'm doing linguistics here.
No, don't say it. Don't
Why
say
does
it.
that? Why,
Don't say it.
then what? Why is blah, blanco, white? What do those words have to do with the phonetical primal memories?
Maybe it's not white.
Blanco.
What does that mean?
That was Latin. Blanc. Carte blanche. Only. Empty. Blank. Do you know about the colors? The old metaphysics of colors? White is empty. Black is mystery. But they both are held within the void. Come on, where's your Jewish mysticism, man? You need to go back to your heritage, dude.
Who said that?
That's some old Torah shit, man.
Well, you're smarter than I am.
The Torah, the Manichaean, you know, Manichaeism. The polarities of good and evil, bad and good and bad, light and dark. These polarities are sick within the memory of the human. And if there's anything we're gonna do, is we have to get people out of the polarities. What are people protecting? What are they protecting themselves from? Why can't they just let go? Day, and first of the month.
Who are the most liberal? If you go
Oh
back,
shit! I got another beer here. How many beers did I drink? Just 2.
a lot of the people who are most liberal, if you go back a generation or two, you'll find plantation owners. That's why they're overcompensating.
Can I add to that?
They actually benefit the most off
If you go back,
racism,
okay.
but they won't tell anyone that. They'll just buy their Ferraris or whatever, their Priuses. Oh yeah, you drive that, but I'm not talking about you.
There's I would have to say, I don't like talking percentages, but I have to say half the world is demanding to be a slave. Demanding it. They have no direction whatsoever. They just want to get hired. Hire me. What does hire me mean? Enslave me. Hire me equals enslave me.
Maybe they don't know how to make money.
The world's stacked against them, man. That's what socialism is about. Man, it's stacked against me, man. 400 years of this shit. It's stacked against me, Eli. That's what these people are screaming about. You don't agree?
I don't buy it.
How many hours we got?
What are we at?
I gotta pee, dude.
What were we at?
43.
Oh, that's good.
That's all you want to do?
We can do another 30.
We can. Let me pause it. I need to take this. Business? They want me to go in there and throw bricks through their window? I have to do that now. That's just the oath I have with certain businesses. If Carly's wants me to do something, Carly's never took any cut.
That's nice.
So Carly's Joe-Bot, guess what? If there's any competing businesses, I'm putting this out there right here on this podcast.
Who take worst?
First fair trade coffee takes like 50%.
They're talking shit about them right now. The 86ers.
Lost League never took anything. You're good in my book.
Wow.
I'm trying to think of these other guys.
What's the best gallery? If you get like a show there, your stuff's gonna sell no matter what.
I can't guarantee that.
It doesn't exist.
Not anymore. If you were to tell me what was my best experience of showing in a restaurant,
The paper heart.
no. Back in the day, about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I showed at Lola's Coffee. Lola on Roosevelt.
Yeah. I used to go there.
This great lady, Kathleen, I think her name was, right? She gave me a First Friday show there. I had a DJ. I got my buddy a DJ. And, man, she brought out 5 bottles of wine, giant cheese and meat platters. You know, it's uncalled for, like, what do you call that? Just being nice, you know? And I'll never forget that. I've done shows, oh yeah, you wanna know a bullshit place to show art? Fucking Clarendon Hotel. Fuck that place.
No one goes there.
No one goes there anymore. Back in the day when people were going there, they would not help artists out at all.
I lived behind there 15 years ago. I lived in that neighborhood.
I remember you telling me.
That old-timey neighborhood. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I lived there about a year. 6 months or a year.
What would you call that area?
It's like this old neighborhood for 2 blocks. And they won't tear anything down. I don't know the official title of that.
I'm thinking we need to do more photos with cigarettes.
Oh yeah, that works for that podcast.
They saw us smoking cigarettes and we meant business.
24. Now what? We end it?
Yeah, we can end it. I don't fucking care.
I just don't want it to go too long.
That's fine. You gotta work tomorrow.
I don't work anymore.